Good evening, everyone. Julie here. I'm about to do another video for you, and the subject on this one is going to be something that might blow your mind a little bit. I was watching Dr. Phil the other night, and he did a show on how our children are being used. People are going online and pretending to be kids and exploiting our children, and it's the newest way to traffic children nowadays too. But child sextortion is real. Sextortion, I'll say it right in a minute. It's late, but it's real, and it's really happening up there. And right now, they're really targeting a lot of young men. But you want to watch this video because you want to know how to make children safe. And I'm going to get online. I'm going to go to a website, and I'm going to read you a little bit about it because I'm not an expert. I am a guardian ad litem for the state of Florida. I do child advocacy videos on my channel, along with my Temu hauls and my Avon, because I sell Avon, my travel videos, my inspirational videos, and anything that, I see that, I'd like to do. So without further ado, let's get started with this video. This video is coming to you because I love Dr. Phil's Primetime. I'm going to give him a plug right now. Download the Merit Plus app. Or if you can't get an app, go to Merit Street Media and watch there his Primetime show. And he has this book. We've got issues. I haven't got to read it all yet, but everything I've read so far is amazing. His show is real. We've got so many issues, and he really digs into the issues with his show. There's a lot of good meat in here. I'm going to continue to read this, and I'm sure I'll have some videos from that. But tonight's video is because of the video that the primetime show that I watched on sextortion of children. So that's the subject, what the subject's going to be about tonight. So beware that we're talking about a tough subject. So as a child advocate, I've had to take a lot of classes on that. That's why I know that this is how they get our children. So the information that I'm getting this from tonight is centerforonlinesafety.com. So that's what I'm going to be reading from to you, because I think it's very important for you to understand that every time your child is on the phone, online, there's a predator looking for them. And it's very, very important. They don't know who they're really playing video games. Anybody can get on the online and pretend to be something they're not. We've seen, many people have seen it happen, and we have to warn our children. I've even talked to people who've had stuff like this happen. So many times, and we see that, I've had lots of classes because everybody who's seen the Sound of Freedom, and I did a video on Sound of Freedom, and some people were like, this is not the way, and that's not the way it necessarily happens in America, the way it happened in that movie. But one of the big ways that it happens here is the internet. The internet is how they're exploiting children now. It's easy to get at them, and we're going to go into this. So what I'm going to be reading you now is from like I said, the Center for Online Safety, and let's get into it. And this is what I'm looking at. This is what the website looks like that I'm looking at. Sextortion and what parents need to know. What is sextortion? Sextortion is when someone coerces you to send explicit videos or photos online, then threatens to share them publicly if you don't give them what they want. Either pay them, give them more explicit images, or meet them in person. Now, on the Dr. Phil show that I was watching, there were young men who took their life because they were being exploited. They didn't have the money and the stuff that they wanted. And a lot of these these people they're not even from the USA. They're from other countries, and they know they can exploit. So, be aware of that there are people, grown adults in other countries, sit behind their computer preying on our children. We have to watch it. And it can happen to any age person, but we're going to focus on the teen victims, okay? Sextortion is a serious crime and potentially life-threatening issue. Parents need to know how to help their kids avoid it and all the repercussions that come with it. The FBI warns that sextortion is hitting communities hard and is particularly concerned for the teens targeted. The number of sextortion incidents reported to the FBI so far this year is on track to surpass last year's total, reinforcing the need for parents, guardians, and teenagers to be aware of this growing online danger. Now on here, I'm not going to do the videos because I don't know how to do all that stuff. But there are videos on here. You can click on their resources and get more information. I'm going to go over what they got on this, and then I might quickly, depending on how long this video is. What is the typical sextortion victim? And it's generally a male teen from 14 to 17 years old, up late at night in their bedroom, scrolling their phone or gaming. But now let me tell you, that can happen to female victims just as well as male. But right now, it really seems to be on the rise for males. Sextortion can happen to anyone. And they're sharing a story here. And here's one story from February of 2022. Ryan Lass was 17 years old, a Boy Scout and a straight A student who got lured into sending explicit photos, then extorted. They threatened to send his explicit photos to all his friends and family if he didn't pay them $5,000. He ended up them paying a lower amount, $150, but they demanded more money. Ryan couldn't see a way out of this embarrassing, humiliating situation, and he took his own life within hours of being victimized. That's just sad, isn't it, folks? What happens in sextortion? I don't know why I keep messing this word up other than it's late. Ryan's story of manipulation and extortion is not uncommon. Generally, a stranger direct messages or DMs a teen on social media or a gaming platform and starts a conversation, usually involving flattery or flirting. The profile picture used on the stranger's account makes it look like they are a cute teen girl or a teen boy if it's a girl on there. And they send them an explicit photo of themselves and continues flirting. Many times, they ask them to move to a different social media platform. Eventually, they ask them to turn on the camera and send an explicit photo or video back. When they send it, they tell them that they are going to expose them to all their friends and family if he doesn't pay them the $500, $1,000, or even $5,000 immediately. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what's going through this kid's mind? And sometimes there's been cases where there have been children as young as 8 that this has happened to. He doesn't want to tell anyone or report the incident because he has so much embarrassment, guilt, or shame around it. I know better, and how could I do this? Are 2 common thoughts. At that point, there are 4 things that Ryan could have done, which he paid the extortion fee, which is number 1, in hopes to avert, that he averted the crisis. He unplugs from the conversation, terrified that he will be exposed and never really sure that the danger is over. He tells a trusted adult and gets help, before he becomes hopeless and can't see his way through the situation, so he takes his life. Those are the choices. But see, even when they paid the extortion fee, they just kept on. So then they took his life. See, it's horrible. Obviously, we want to encourage teens to do number 3. Tell a trusted adult and get help through the situation. But it's so challenging to do, considering the shame and embarrassment that teens feel and the trouble that they feel they'll be in if they tell. And parents, if this happens to your child, be understanding, because they are being played by no fault of their own. Yeah, they shouldn't have been there on that talking to them, but they don't know. They think they're talking to another kid. It's all innocent to them, and it's sad. What can parents do to prevent sextortion? Keep phones and tablets and gaming systems out of your kids' bedrooms after 9 p.m. Regularly spot check your child's phone for flirtatious DMs with strangers and saved explicit photos or videos. Tell Ryan's story. By you labeling sextortion as a crime and labeling Ryan as the victim, many times teens will open up about their own experiences that have felt too embarrassing to tell. Make sure you tell the teen there is nothing they can do that would make you love them less. There's no mistake that you won't be willing and able to help them recover from. What can kids do to prevent sextortion? Don't take your phone into your bedroom after 9 p.m. Never respond to a stranger DMing you. Block and delete strangers. Be skeptical about profile pictures of a stranger. Just because they have a profile with a cute photo of a teenage girl or boy doesn't mean that that's actually who they are. Also, be skeptical when a stranger compliments you online. Be suspicious if they ask you to move from one social platform to another. For example, moving from Instagram chat to Discord for video. Never turn on your camera for strangers. Keep your social media accounts private. Keep your GPS location off on your phone. If sextortion has already happened to you, tell a safe adult. Your safe adult could be your parent, teacher, coach, youth program leader, or school counselor. While it will be embarrassing, getting help will feel better and will help law enforcement identify the offender, potentially preventing countless other incidents of sexual exploitation to other kids. What can parents do if sextortion has already happened? Tell Ryan's story. Let your teen know they're not alone. Let your child know that they are a victim of a serious crime. The coercion of a child by an adult to produce what is considered child sexual abuse material carries heavy penalties, which can include up to a life sentence for the offender. Contact the FBI to report a crime. Call 1-800-CALL-FBI, or you can contact your local FBI field office. Contact information can be found at www.fbi.gov. The FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3, at www.ic3.gov, or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, 1-800-THE-LOST, or cybertipline.org. Don't delete any photos or conversations until the FBI has reviewed them, even though your teen is embarrassed and wants to delete the evidence immediately. You can download their resource on preventing sextortion. Few crimes are as damaging and traumatic to a young person as sextortion, says FBI Special Agent in Charge Raul Bujanda. Victims may feel embarrassed and be reluctant to come forward. They and their parents or guardians need to know it's not their fault. The only way we are going to catch these perpetrators and keep them from harming others is for their victims to contact us. You can even sign up for more, and you see the pink highlight things there. One was for the resources, one's for signing up for more content like this. FBI warnings in specific areas of the country. In addition to the national FBI warning, there are FBI warnings about sextortion increasingly targeting teens in 2022 and the following field offices: Los Angeles, San Diego, Philadelphia, St. Louis, Detroit, San Francisco, Dallas, New Mexico, Richmond, Washington, D.C., Las Vegas, Columbia, Miami, Little Rock, Pittsburgh, Memphis, Portland, Oregon, South Arkansas, Northern Louisiana. To be a criminal that specifically targets children is one of the more deeper violations of trust, I think, in society, says FBI Supervisory Special Agent Dan Costin, who leads a team of investigators working to counter crimes against children. Sextortion in the news in New Mexico, KOAT. The FBI issued a warning for New Mexico's teens and their parents as sextortion is affecting more teens in the area. As of May 2022, the Albuquerque FBI division has received 107 reports involving sextortion, while in 2021, their office had 126 in the whole year. This news segment shows, and I'm of course not going to be able to show you that, but there's a news segment that shows a reporter, Genevieve Glass and Lisa Hanna, discussing sextortion and what families can do to prevent and recover from it. Tell your child that they were a victim of a crime and that it's not their fault and that they got caught up in this. Lisa Hanna explains. Give your child empathy. They are already beyond embarrassed and humiliated by this experience. She recommends reaching out to your local FBI office and cautious against deleting anything before law enforcement is able to review it. That was pretty good. I got that in less than 15 minutes. Now let me go hit this resource and see if there's anything that's not in there. Okay. I'm going to go over what we can do to prevent, what parents can do to prevent. This kind of looks like what I was looking to get that I couldn't find. Keep the phones after the bedrooms. Regularly check your child's phones for DMs with strangers and explicit photos or videos. Tell your teen about sextortion and how it happens. Make sure you make the teen there is nothing they could do that would make you love them less. There's no mistake that you won't be willing and able to help them recover. And this is the same thing. We already went on for all this. So, and that's just the one resource page. Let me see if this other one has anything. Let's see. That's the same one. So that's it. That's it on this subject. But I thought it was very important, especially after watching the show that Dr. Phil did the other night. It's a very important subject because children are our most precious thing, folks. And we've got to do stuff to keep them safe. We've got to protect them from these people that are just out there to harm them. Offer money or offer pictures, offer, one of the things you'll see, and this is how they get them, not just exhorting them like that, but this is how a lot of children get trafficked. And I want to tell you, sorry, we're on this subject, that this kind of exploitation is also used in trafficking. And generally what happens is that they use the coercion. They tell them they're going to tell their family, going to tell their friends. Now, in the trafficking, these pimps are way meaner than these people. They tell them they're going to kill their family members, or I'm going to take your little brother or sister, or I'm going to take your, they're really mean about it. Some other signs for parents in the trafficking is you'll see these kids and like, where did you get that from? They'll be coming home with new things, or they got a gift card or something, and they're not really, oh, I got it from a friend or whatever. But not only that, there's a lot of there's a documentary called Blind Eyes Open. It is on Amazon Prime, if I'm not mistaken. That's where I bought the movie from, I think. Or no, did I break? I might have bought it from the people, because I went for a special screening at the movie theaters with some of my friends that work at Advocacy. But really had some eye-opening stuff. I mean, I'm shocked by how many family members use their family that way. It's really, really shocking. And some of the stories just heartbreaking. But I wanted to let you know about these things because it's an ugly world we live in. I hope to be doing some more videos, not just on this. A lot of it will be going along the lines of some of the ones that Dr. Phil has been showing. He's got more videos like this. Another one is about a cannabis. There's a cannabis store on every corner, almost everywhere you go nowadays. And, everyone's out. Cannabis is harmless, and that's not the case. He said on the night show that in the old days, things had 4% THC in them. Now a lot of them have up to 96% THC in them, and it's causing cannabis psychosis. I think that's what it was called. I'll have to, when I take notes on the next time I watch him, I'm gonna start taking notes on the shows. I might start over again and try to do some videos on the shows just to share with y'all that don't get a chance to watch it. Maybe you'd watch a video that I made. Let me know if you would watch videos, like that, because there's some of the stuff that he's highlighting, stuff that's going on at the border, and just so many other things that they need to be highlighted. We need to take a look at them as a country. We have to protect the children. The border, what's going on at the border, and all these people come under the border that we have no idea where they're from. They're known terrorists in the country. So guys, we really have to wake up, because we have to protect our country and we have to protect our children. So we're getting up close to that 20-minute mark, and I want to try to get it cut off, but I hope you'll continue to watch the videos. I hope that especially this video, you'll tell somebody about. Either share it with them, or tell them about it, and I hope they'll watch it. I thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm sorry I'm not professional and that you're just plain no simp of me is what you see, what you get. But I care, and I want to save children from being harmed. And if this, sharing something like this will do that, if one person will watch this video and it protects a child, then I've done what I'm set out to do with this. I thank you so much. I hope that this will help you keep your children safe, and I can't wait to get to know you all better doing videos. I try to answer comments. I don't get that many because mine's a tiny channel. I get one here and there, but hopefully my channel will grow like some other people's, and I'll get a lot of people. So I thank you so much. God bless you all, and have a wonderful night. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.